The button is shiny. It has been pressed. We're not sure who did it or why.
Yes, we are.
Or when or how.
Gwen is a finger, I assume.
Okay. We're not sure about a few things, but some of them we are sure of. Hello, and welcome to Cause and Effect. Episode 51, Adamantine Giant. It's not actually adamantine. Never mind about that. Wasn't going to call it Iron Giant because there'd be infringement. My name is Crash. I will be your DM for the evening. Tonight I'm joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Ellie, Io, Jen. Millie will likely be joining us in a bit. Last time, for us, was over a month ago. So rather than force everyone to guess what they did, I will provide a short recap.
Good idea.
So, our last session, a Thundercall Hadrosaur rampaged in. It was not feeling well and was taking it out on the environment. It could not be towed out of the environment because it was a land dinosaur. Yes. Also, the front didn't fall off, although there was an attempt made. Some of the party hid, some of them didn't. Then battle started in full force. Quill had some additional low rolls, but summoned a saber-toothed cat, which managed to start getting low rolls instead of Phil. A got the killing blow, so I had to ask myself how I do it. Oops. But then there were dino sticks for all, put in a waterproof canvas bag before being put into the bag of holding that Flinry has with her, because A was just going to take the bloody slices of meat and hand them over, and for some reason the Owlin didn't want to do that. Weird. Anyway, the black box that you were looking for was taken from the dinosaur's stomach. You now have 2 of the 3, and then you follow the signal to the third one to find the giant killer robot. I'm sure it's fine. It looks totally deactivated and very worn down, except for those spots there. Those spots look new. Someone's been repairing this. Oh, someone's been repairing this. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not repaired yet. I'm sure whoever did it is simply someone who just likes to tinker on old stuff. It's fine.
Well, you could ask those 2 things that are coming out of its foot. I'm gonna ask you all to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Crossed swords. I can't roll for initiative. I'm already in initiative? I don't control Quill?
What do you mean
Thank you.
don't control Quill?
I don't know.
14. Nope, I got a 16, I think.
I mean, you rolled for Quill. I didn't.
Eventually, the little button wasn't showing up for a while.
Oh, I also need to roll for A. There we go.
Well, I'm glad to know that someone else does that too.
A got a nat 1.
Or A.
Which is still a 5 because Rouge.
Rouge.
Looks like Cavil's going to be going first. Cavil, you see 2 multi-legged, looks like they have 3 legs each, things with sort of spherical bodies and limbs that appear to be somewhat specialized, stuck to the sides of the spheres. Not used for walking, possibly used for tearing apart and reassembling things. They are coming towards you at speed.
They're coming at speed to who?
Towards the whole
The group, I think.
I'm assuming you did not arrive spread 20 feet apart, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I just couldn't...
And right now we're doing Theater of the Mind, so...
Yeah.
Because otherwise
okay.
they'd be flying. And we're not doing that.
Well, I am.
Well, yeah, you're flying. They don't appear to be flying.
Yes. So I'm... Well, for one, I'm going to stop concentrating on this somehow.
Oh yeah, Quill will probably need to stop concentrating also because your saber-tooth tiger went away a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I am going to take off and attempt to examine what the robot critters are doing from the air.
Okay. It looks like they are running towards the party. If you want, you can make a perception check.
I would love to. Also, my passive is 22 if that helps, but I rolled above that, didn't I?
Okay, so with a 26, these things also appear to be somewhat repaired. And the repairs are definitely aftermarket. Like, one of them has a leg that appears to be made of bones that have been glued together.
I'm
Carved
going
and
to
glued
radio
together.
that back with my flagstone.
I missed an opportunity by not having the flagstones look like walkie-talkies.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I mean, I assume that they probably look about like iPhones or something.
okay.
Small ones.
I honestly just had them be rocks, but yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
With rounded rectangle corners.
Cavill, is there anything else you wish to do?
I mean, I don't want to be the one who starts combat. I think that is not the best thing I could be doing.
Oh, you haven't taken an action yet, so you can hold that.
I'm going to do that, yeah.
All right. That'll take us to someone who is usually not afraid to start combat. Mech, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. So these
If
things are sort
you-
of floating in the air, or what?
No, we're doing Theater of the Mind. They came out
sorry.
of the
Okay.
giant's foot, and they are running towards
Okay.
you. If you don't move, they'll get to you on their turn. If you move,
Okay.
you can get there early and hit them.
Okay. I'm gonna do that part.
All
Go
right.
towards them and hit them. Yeah.
Might I suggest
Engage
activating your
rage protocol.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I will engage my rage protocol, and I will. Let's see.
Okay.
Go towards those. What do I roll? D20.
Well, first let's use your rage. I just pressed a button for you.
Okay.
For your rage
Oh,
to
I
go
forgot
off.
about that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now also in your inventory,
Mhm.
you've got your weapons in the top section. The bottom weapon
Okay.
is your great axe of intimidation.
Okay.
That's likely what you
Let me try
probably
and get
want
this
to
going.
use in this case.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out where this is. Sorry, I didn't get enough sleep. Let's
Understandable.
see.
So,
Yes.
are you able to find your inventory?
Inventory.
There's a bunch of tabs
know.
over on the right-hand side of your character sheet. The second one from the top is inventory.
Second one from the top. Okay, let me see. Second one from the top.
So the top one is a little gear icon. If you mouse over, it says details.
Ah. Okay.
Next one
I
down
have
is
found it.
inventory. Yeah.
I
And
found it.
you've got
Okay.
a bunch of categories in your inventory. The top, each one has a red bar going across. Top one is weapons. The last weapon in there is your great axe of intimidation.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that. Something popped up here, so I'm just trying to figure it out. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Got that
So
one.
with that done, you can go back to the chat tab
Okay.
and click the attack button.
Okay. Which one is it? Attack button.
Did you go back to the chat messages section?
I did
So,
not. Let's try that.
Yeah. You rolled for initiative in the
Okay.
combat section with the crossed swords. The
Yeah.
chat was right next to that. And...
Okay. Okay. So I do the cross swords.
No.
Oh no, you already
No,
did the cross
okay.
swords. Now you're looking for the
Already
little
did the
speech
cross-
bubbles next to them.
Okay. I guess I'm going to attack one of them.
Yes.
Oh, that didn't
All right.
work. Oh, it kind of
with
did.
a 10, you take a swing and it scuttles to the left, and you take a big gouge out of the ground, but didn't actually manage to hit it. However,
Okay.
you get a second attack, so go ahead and click the attack button again.
Okay.
With a
it's a
nat
20.
20,
Oh God, it's a 28.
so go ahead and click the damage button, and when it asks you what kind of damage, make sure you click the button that says critical hit.
Okay. Critical hit.
All right.
20?
Let's make sure I apply the damage to this thing and not you.
That'd be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
also, because you are raging,
Mhm.
let's see, I think you do extra damage. You have +1 to attack and damage rolls, so that adds 2. For some reason, I thought you had to roll a die also for additional damage. Wait, no,
Oh,
I'm looking
I
at
had it.
intimidation. Rage.
Rage. Where did I put rage?
It's
There it is.
above the great
Okay.
intimidation. You gain advantage, strike
Okay.
checks, saving throws, melee damage, strike weapons.
Trying to figure out where. Is it just the rage thing that I hit for damage?
Oh
or-
no, you don't need to hit anything more right now. I'm looking
Okay.
to see how much more damage, if any, gets done because you are raging.
Okay.
Because I don't believe Foundry adds that in automatically.
Ah, I see. Okay.
I'm going to put the hang on. I have to look something up on my bingo card.
Okay, so in that rage thing, There is a button for damage. Go ahead and click the damage button.
Okay, clicking damage button. We're on critical hit or normal?
Critical.
Oh, critical.
Huh?
Yeah.
Critical? Okay.
Yeah,
Critical.
because you rolled a crit.
Okay.
That was
16.
you rolled with the great
Did I do that wrong?
again. Yeah, there's a damage button under rage also.
Oh, okay. Let me find that.
I'm going to make that
There it is.
reappear. Oh, you
Okay.
found it. Okay, go ahead and click the damage button
Yeah,
in
I
the
found
rage
it.
thing.
Roll. I
Okay.
don't even know where those went. Oh, it's a 3. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So you ran forward and attacked and did a significant amount of damage to this thing. You have taken off one of its arms.
Okay.
Yes. The arm came off very easily. It looks like parts of it were made of wood.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes, because it looks like it was designed to be made of metal, but there's parts of this that are definitely not metal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up is Flinry.
Can I, with my 30-foot fly speed, get to a point where I can get both of them in a straight line?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. I guess we're doing combat. So,
Oh, wow.
and I'm going to use Heightened Spell to make the one that hasn't been damaged roll the saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
And they both have to make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Saving throw. That's a lot of dice. Okay, so the damaged one doesn't make it, and the not damaged one doesn't make it.
So they're both taking the 25.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's not right. There we go. I did the damage to one of them, and then I went to do damage to the other one, and I opened it up, and it was the first one. I was like, no, I already hit you. There we go.
And I'm glad I made it roll with disadvantage because that other roll was a 19.
Okay. The one that's been hit twice now is sort of like jerking a bit, which, makes sense, lightning. But also there is the obvious smell of circuitry that should not be that warm being that warm. It's possible we'll not be able to replace this with wood. Next up is going to be one of these mechanons, because that is what they're called.
Actually, can I take my held action?
Oh, certainly.
Cavill casts Bane on the pair of presumably hostile and definitely hostile now robots.
Okay.
Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a Wow, they have bad charisma.
So, yeah, what happens when they fail?
When they make attack rolls and saving throws, they need to roll a d4 and subtract to the d4.
Okay.
If I were the GM, I would just be rolling a d4 right now and subtracting that.
Well,
because I'm evil.
They are both going to attempt to attack because that is what they're doing. So Wounded McWoundface is going to attempt to hit Mech with a grabbing claw.
Okay.
If it's okay with you, I'm not going to roll the d4.
Okay.
Because
it's already
13
failed.
Hit AC 17 anyway.
All right.
Is also going to try to do a slam attack. If I roll a d4, any number is going to make that miss. So it misses you twice.
Yes,
Second
it
one
is.
Because of the Bane. The other one is going to attempt a slam attack as well.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Its arm falls
no.
off.
Slam falls off.
Yeah. Okay.
It also points its other arm, the one that it didn't use to slam, up in the air. I am going to roll a d2 because there are 2 flying individuals. Cavill is going to be 1. Flimmery is 2. Okay, it's going to go for Cavill. Sonic Disruptor.
Any number
Does a
is going
12
to
hit
make
you?
that not it. Wait, why is my AC lower than I thought it was? Why am I unarmored? Why
Why
is
are you
my armor
unarmored?
not equipped? Because D&D Beyond decided that I should not be wearing my armor. No, that does not hit me.
You have glamour
And in
studded
fact,
armor. I'm pretty sure that you'd be wearing it. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So it manages to miss you with a sonic attack. They have both been disarmed, but it's okay. They both have a different arm. Next up is Quill.
Let's just open my inventory here and okay. Let me spell something. Oh, well, first, yeah. Oh, yeah. My spot. Okay, first we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna just do a thing. Gonna shoot the one that looks like it's most wounded.
Okay. A 13. No. You rolled a 13 on the die. That was a 25. I forgot. You are very high level now. So a 25 is going to wing it.
So I should roll damage.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's a normal
The damage
hit.
is a formality. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
The arrow flies true, hits it in a spot that was already looking a little bit weakened, and goes out the other end. And the thing shudders, quivers, holds for a moment, and collapses. Fair enough?
Works for me. When it collapses, its legs stay standing a bit longer. The orb falls down with the leg joints breaking, and then the legs fall down on top of it. It's still
the poor
moving like it's trying to attack, but in the same way that so those of us who are old enough to remember KB Toys in the display they would have out front, like so the little dog that walks forward and barks, and then walks forward and barks, but it would get wedged into the side of the wall of the little display case it was in. It's kind of doing that without the barking.
The poor thing. Also,
Yeah.
is the other one within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
Oh. Unfortunately, that does say each creature, so I may actually have hit mech as well. Sorry.
I'll be fine.
Okay,
Mech is
dex
raging.
saving throw for anything within 5 feet of one that got targeted.
Okay. Well, the other
That
one rolled
one
a
may-
nat 20 for its saving throw.
All of the thorns that erupted apparently went like around and and beside and underneath and above. Apparently.
So parts of this thing have been replaced with bone and wood and in some cases like hide and leather. So congratulations, the thorns have dug in, but now it's got a leather spiked jacket.
Great.
You've made it cooler.
Oh, no.
Mick, so you see where it says Hail of Thorns there? I think if you hit the DC 13 dexterity saving throw button, that'll make you do it too.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Let me see if I can find that.
You're raging, so you'd get half
Yeah.
damage anyway, I think.
I think that's
Just
true, yeah.
Scroll up until the first dex save thing you see. It'll have a little shield in front of it.
Try this again. Okay. So this is on the character sheet or
Oh, no.
It's
No,
on
it's in the
the
chat.
it's in the two chat bubble
okay.
speech bubbles, and scroll up to the Hail of Thorns where it says
Okay. I see it.
see the dexterity saving throw one there.
Mm-hmm.
Have
just
Matt
push
click.
the button?
Yep,
Yeah.
push the button.
Okay. All right. Got an 18. Nope,
Which
got
takes
a 20.
the 20. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I mean,
All right.
technically, you
We're all
make
fine
half as
here.
much damage on a D10, and then you quarter that to you take half again because of raging. But
Well, roll the damage.
okay, 1d10. Oh, I should just roll the damage from the shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could do it any
let's
way you
roll
want.
the
Okay.
So that's 3. So that's like 1.
I'm not even sure you feel it.
There's a thorn like It chipped your paint.
Oh yeah,
It
something like that.
It actually makes you look a bit more rugged and intimidating.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this was actually what we should have done with these things. They seem a little, anemic as guardians.
I feel kind of bad, but I'm a little worried they're trying to turn us into spare parts.
Well, they are now.
We can try and capture the last one. Or not.
As you're saying, we can try and capture the last one. A is throwing psychic daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, neat.
The second one hits, and I will not apply the damage to A, but I will apply the damage. All right.
Is that like biting your tongue you're biting your thumb at people? No, but you do bite
I
my
am
thumb.
so thrilled that somebody got the reference. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Dost thou bite thy thumb at me, sir? All right. That takes us back to the top of initiative. Cavil, there is one possibly still threatening robot on the ground. The other one is clearly not anyone's... is clearly not attempting to... That's not right either. It looks like if the other one hurts anyone, it'll be because they stuck their arm inside of it to touch things. Maybe keep A away from it.
Whose
Can
turn
I
is this?
try?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I try to do non-lethal damage?
You can certainly try that. It has one arm. It's got 3 legs. There are ways to disable it without taking out its central processor.
Yes, okay. I am going to try to hit it in the leg with this because I am a warlock. What level am I?
Eldritch
I'm level
Blast.
11.
Well, at level 11, a 7 on the die turns into a 16. Go ahead and roll your damage. All right.
Wait, do I have that? I don't know if I have that. Why did it do that much? Do I have that? Because I'm pretty sure I don't have that. And...
With a 10, I will say you still took off 2 of its 3 legs.
No, it's not that much. That's the problem. It's adding my charisma. And I don't have that invocation.
We can check off fighting with Foundry on the bingo card. It's an odd thing to fight with Foundry about, but we're staying honest.
Can I check off Hero Forge character art?
Well, only if we mention that Cavil has Hero Forged character art. I provide a viable service.
Do you?
That's also checked off. Now.
How do I make you not do that? My apologies.
I am going to trying to find the right words for this. I'm going to make an administrative decision and say that because you were going for non-lethal damage anyway, you were pulling your punch, so to speak. It wasn't actually a punch. And have managed to do non-lethal damage to the point where it doesn't look like it can strike out at people right now, but it is still somewhat conscious might not be the right word. The CPU is
Wiggling.
Oh, good.
It is.
Then I am going to
refrain.
Then I'm going to refrain from hitting it with any more Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. I'm going to keep us in initiative order so I don't lose track of who's making decisions. So next up is Mech. Mech, both of your opponents are down.
Okay.
They're twitching.
They're twitching. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over to the twitching one. They're on the ground now, or in
They're
still
both
up?
on the ground. They're both twitching.
Okay. Okay.
One of
gonna
them
walk
looks
over and
way
just
more
kind of-
damage than the other one. You're fairly
Yeah.
certain that for the second one to go down, that Cavil was calling their shot to make sure it would be disabled but not destroyed.
Okay. So I'm just gonna walk over and like stare at them and see what they're trying to do.
As you get closer, they try to
Mhm.
move towards you, and
Okay.
one of them takes an ineffective swing at you with the stub of where its arm used to be.
Oh no.
The poor pathetic things.
Yeah. So they're just like laying on the ground, or
Pretty much, yeah, they can't do much else.
I can't
that
do
you can
much
see.
else. Okay.
Flinry, it is your turn.
I too am going to approach, and I'm going to cast a message at
Ah.
the one that Cavil incapacitated.
Okay.
and just ask, what are you doing here?
Does message translate language, or does it have to be in a language that you both understand?
It does not say it translates language.
Okay. It responds in what is definitely language, but it is not. Well, let me double check. I don't think you know this. I'm almost certain you don't.
Draconic, Birdfolk, Common, Elvish, and Orc.
No, you do not know this language.
Okay. Well, it was worth a try.
All right.
I bet I know what language it is.
Oh, yeah. Our listeners at home might also be very much aware what language it is. If Millie was here, they would have guessed immediately. Unfortunately, Chadrick also does not know this language. There's a Tabaxi who knows it and is very annoying about it. All right. Quill.
Everyone seems to have the situation under control.
Yeah.
Quill is going to stop concentrating on the thorns. That only lasts for I already it goes away now.
The thing you casted on died anyway. Or was
Yeah.
that something that you cast on yourself and every time you hit something it goes
I
off?
cast on myself, and then the next time I hit
Okay.
something with ranged attack.
Okay.
So that's gone.
Right.
Quill is here to shoot things and conjure animals, and it doesn't seem like anything is needing that at the moment. So go investigate the dead one, maybe.
All right. Give me an investigation roll.
Let's see. Investigation. There it is. Oh, hey. How's 16?
With a 16, looking these things over and how many parts of them are definitely aftermarket. Matter of fact, you're not entirely sure that the limbs that are metal were originally for these units. They may have been salvaged from others like themselves and then reattached to these things. It is quite possible that the suggestion that they were going to attempt to use all of you for spare parts was an accurate representation of what they were planning.
Oh, wow.
Still feel a little bad about hitting them first, but not a lot bad.
Well, you didn't hit them first. The 7-foot-tall murderbot hit them first.
And
Yep.
yet, I hit them first also.
It's A would have a long discussion with you about how two people can't be the first to hit.
I mean,
That's
I hit
not
them
how
before
math
it was
works. I know.
I
I took
hit
a
them before it
correspondence
was-
course.
I hit them before it was clear that they were hostile because they'd been hit by someone, and that kind of made them definitely hostile.
Your opinion is valid. However, there is evidence that they were going to turn you into spare parts regardless.
Cannot think of anything to do except relay findings. It's like these don't look like their parts are original parts. This one doesn't fit right. That one doesn't fit right. I don't think these go together.
All right. It is A's turn. A says, well, whatever they are, I know they were built in a barn.
How?
They left the door open over there.
Are there more?
Not that you see, but they did
Concern.
come out of a hatch at the bottom of the giant robot's foot, and they did in fact leave that hatch open. A is quite pleased with the joke they made.
I'm just going to put up the concern elf gif.
No, elf,
That's
not hippo person. They're not a hybrid of both.
the gif of that's the gif of the
What-
concerned elf that looks concerned. The elf is concerned. That is what Quill is doing. Okay, probably more like with the bow ready to grab again, but Quill is going to go off and see if they can recover their arrow, or if the arrow is a goner after that shot.
I'm going to say, yeah, you can pick it up. It's a
Okay.
little, the arrowhead is a little dented, but you can probably straighten that out.
Gotta conserve your ammo sometimes.
Yeah.
There might be more of those things.
There might be. Who knows? Cavil,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Well, we should investigate the foot, I think.
Okay.
Which is certainly a sentence that I said.
All right. So you go over to the hatch.
And since none of us is Tabaxi, we cannot be pussyfooting around.
I go over to the hatch, but first I turn invisible.
That's a good
Okay.
plan.
And because I'm not going to drag you around the map, I am teleporting you.
Boop.
All right. So you go and look at the hatch, and inside there is a room and a very, well, you can't see how long it is, but you see a ladder that goes down and up. From your perspective, you see 2 more of these things. They appear to not be functional. They are in a state of disassembly.
Isn't it?
I am sorry. I tried to hide that, but
It's okay.
Cavill sneezes in shock.
It's dusty.
it is dusty.
I'll grant you that. Yeah. It's a relatively dry environment in here, which is saying something because you walked through a jungle to get here.
A wet jungle.
There appears to be some level of atmospheric control going on. One of the disabled machines is wearing an HVAC repairman suit. That is not true.
Hmm.
The name tag would be in binary. All right. Hmm?
I am going to report back to the rest of the group what I have found.
I have learned a thing. It turns out that if you delete a token after copy pasting a token, it deletes the token from the initiative tracker. So we're just gonna put you back there. How about that? There you go. Also, that would mean I could add you multiple times to the initiative. First up would be Cavill, then Mech, then Cavill, then Flinnery, then Cavill.
No.
We're not doing that. Okay, so because I was fighting with Foundry, that's already checked off. You can't check it twice. I'm trying to remember. You said you went back to tell everyone what's going on?
No, I said I reported back.
Oh, you report back. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you report back exactly what I've already told everyone.
Yes.
I am going to...
I just want to make sure people are on the same page in character as well as
Good idea.
Mhm.
1 second here. I need to make sure I move you to a spot that is not going to have spoilers.
Okay.
There you go. I'm not sure that's quite right. But
Ah,
the screen goes dark for me every time I click on another character because it's only showing me your point of view.
mm-hmm.
Well, so over here now.
Yep. This is your life now.
Yes.
All right. And we've been playing for just under an hour. So what do you say we take a short break?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We're back. And I had a cookie, which I only mentioned
So did
because
I.
it's a square on the bingo card.
Yeah. And I did. I also had a cookie, so I have that on
That's-
my bingo card as well.
The problem with playing our bingo game that Ellie has graciously created is that when you have when you're the GM, you have perhaps an unfair advantage.
Maybe. Yeah.
Is it? I could just randomly add the Tarrasque at any moment and get 1 square closer.
The Trask has been mentioned.
Exactly. So where we were before the break, Cavill had looked in the open hatch and seen 2 more of these, what was I calling them? Mechanons, just sort of sitting in there because they appear to be in some state of disassembly. Perhaps
No disassemble. No disassemble. Number 5
late.
is alive.
too late. There's
Sorry.
also a ladder that goes up and down. It goes down through a hatch.
Well, what if we climb the ladder?
You can certainly climb the ladder.
I think
Okay.
we should check what's in the under the hatch first because it's a giant robot, right?
It is a giant robot.
It is probably not going to have a ladder that goes down, down, down. It probably just has a ladder that goes down a little bit, right?
Could be.
Let's check the
Unless
hatch to
it
make sure
was-
nothing is going to.
It turns out that the foot is actually a knee joint.
That would be concerning.
Okay.
Let's check let's check the hatch because if we go up and it turns out that there's a live one down there, I don't really want to do single combat with a live one.
All right.
That's fair.
So I take it that you're going in.
Mm-hmm.
Quill will carefully go in if no one else wants to go in. Does the Rouge want to go in?
I
I
mean, you're
was
dead.
planning on doing something before we went
Oh.
in, but
All right.
Oh.
we hadn't gotten to my turn yet.
Okay.
I will wait.
Okay.
I will hold
So-
my action until
All right. Well, Cavill looked in.
It,
and
are,
said,
are
"Hey,
we
what
not?
is this?"
Are we not doing the? Are
We
we
are.
not doing the actions in initiative turn anymore?
We are. I forgot, and thank you for reminding me again.
Okay.
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 That's
So,
why-
Mech, is there anything that you prefer to do?
I'm gonna go to the lower part of the ladder and open whatever's. If there's like a hatch or something to open, I'll open
Okay.
that and stick my head in or something.
All right. So when you open it, you see what appears to be a third mechanon that
Oh no.
looks to have fallen from a great height, possibly the great
Oh.
height that's above you.
Could be that. Okay.
Now,
Sure.
now the ladder is at an angle
Mhm.
because the leg is at an angle. The giant robot was sitting down. So the image that you saw during the fight where it was sort of like leaning back a little bit with its legs bent, that is what you see for the
Okay.
angle that's inside. But that means this thing did a rolling fall with, instead of one big impact, lots of impacts.
The poor thing.
And
Okay.
it's possible that it's still there so that it can be harvested for smaller parts, which may or may not have been smaller originally.
All right.
Flinry.
I am, assuming I can reach both of them at the same time, going to cast Wind. Stop that.
Hi, Boo.
Invisibility. No, it's Foundry.
Oh.
Oh.
Popping up a box when what I want to do is just put it into chat.
Oh.
Usually when one of us is getting annoyed by something and says, stop that, we were referring to a pet. So.
Usually, yes.
All right. So you're casting invisibility on, you gave more than one target, correct?
Quill and A.
Quill and A. All right. I'm going to assign not malnutrition, not incapacitated, not silenced. Why are all these bad things?
Quill will look at themselves and say, from out of, well, nowhere, I appear to be see-through.
I found the invisibility. It's underneath frightened. There we go.
Anything else,
And-
Flinry?
Ah, Cavil's got it too.
I just added it.
Yes.
I figure the sneaky ones should have a chance to get the drop on whatever's inside if we need to.
Mhm.
Ah, thank you.
Okay. And now we're up to
Even though we're climbing up.
Well, that is a choice that's being made.
Friend Warforged, let the invisible people go up the ladder first, if you would. My Cobalt compatriot, are you around here somewhere, and do you want to go up the ladder first, or shall I?
If you want to. I know you need a win.
I shot one of the things. It would be fine if you wanted to go up first, but actually, perhaps you should go up first. You're smaller, and if need be, you can slither down behind me.
Okay.
I'll go up first.
Oh.
Hmm?
Okay, so you go up first.
I'll go up first, since Ace sounds very upset about it. Pause. Don't worry, I'll go up first.
You
A sound
weren't here
worried.
when A had to go through, had to survive the giant robot wars on the moon.
True. That's true. Pause.
By giant robot wars, basically that means some kobolds made some giant robots that were legally distinct from Megazords.
Quill will hear that A does not sound very good and go, on second thought, I'll go up first, and perhaps you should guard the rear in case something tries to sneak attack us.
Who said that? What? Move 30 feet up the ladder.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here's a door. Can I open the door without breaking invisibility?
That's an excellent question. I know if you attack, it breaks invisibility. But does any action do it? It's been a while.
But attacks or cast a spell.
Okay.
So if you don't if you don't cast a spell to open the door, you're fine.
And I'm not attacking the door. Yet.
Okay. So you can open the door.
There appears to be more ladder, and also possibly one of those other things.
It doesn't seem to be moving.
I'm at the end of my move now.
Okay. It's A's turn.
I am going to swing the door, the hatch, slightly more shut to indicate that I am not going through it.
Okay. Well, the setting for door is binary. The two genders, open door and closed door.
That's fine. It just won't be represented. It's open, but swing it enough shut that it's clear that a quill-shaped creature would not have gone through.
Okay.
Probably only slid it open slightly to start with.
Everyone else does hear the door open and the hinge move. It apparently was not designed to be silent. It is A's turn. None of you sees what A does because invisible. Cavil. Looks like Cavil is also heading up the ladder.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Floating.
Okay. Cavill goes through the door.
Oh, wait, there's a door there? Yep, there's a door there.
Yeah.
You know what? Yes, Cavill goes through the door.
Okay. When you go through the door, you get a better view of the Mechanon that is up there. It appears to be intact. Also has aftermarket repairs. It occurs to you that you don't think you've seen two of these with the same specialized arm. That seems to have a lot of variation. They do have one gripper arm, but the other arm varies. This one
Interesting.
appears to be docked into some type of wall station. There's 10 glowing... Sorry, there are 10 rectangles above it. 8 of them are glowing, and the 9th one is flashing.
Don't like that. Does it look like a battery charge meter?
Give me an investigation check. I am only allowing this because you're from the future.
Yes.
With a 22,
Oh my.
after rolling an 11.
I have
this thing is
investigation expertise.
This thing is charging. It is just over 80% charged.
Well, these things don't seem that nasty so far, so I'm just going to leave it to charge and keep heading upwards.
Okay. Next up is going to be Mech.
Okay, I'm gonna climb the ladder.
All right.
You're going to bump into an invisible person at the 30-yard mark.
Something like that, yeah. Okay.
What's
So,
your...
let's see.
I'm looking up your movement speed because...
Oh.
yeah,
that was
yours
not
is
what I wanted
40.
to do. 40? Okay.
Yeah. So
So,
You are absolutely going to bump into the invisible elf.
yeah, probably.
yeah, but that's okay
Not sure how
because
far it went.
you bumping into the elf doesn't break the elf's invisibility.
Right. Yeah, okay.
It's not an attack. There's just an invisible person here. Bump.
Mhm. Yes. All right, so that's probably where I'll like stand for now and then listen and see what's going on above and all that.
All right.
I will fill Mech in about there's another one of those things there, but it didn't react to the noise of the door opening.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
Flinry, you're fairly certain that everyone who's invisible has gone into the giant robot.
Well, then I'll follow them.
Okay.
I will
say
bring up the rear, apparently.
I will say that the ladder area is large enough that people can move past other people. It's
Okay.
more difficult when you don't know where they are, but there's other handholds in here besides just the ladder. It's almost as if the interior space for the legs was designed to be at multiple angles and still be traversable.
Almost.
Almost, yeah. But the ladder is where most of the handholds are. All right. So are you where you decide you want your character to stop?
Well, I thought you were going to tell me that I had landed on top of A. So,
Oh, no. If you stop there or pause there because you still have more movement to do, you can choose to use it or not. You do hear A say, are you hanging back too to guard the rear? Or, oh, no, okay.
okay, I'll go up there
Bye.
then.
A, for the record, was just to the right of you.
Okay.
All right.
Kobolds to the right of you. Kobolds to the left of you.
I'm stuck at the bottom with 3 disabled giant robot things, which for most of the party aren't giant, but I'm a little kobold. They're big to me.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
For it.
I'll take up the rear. Up I go. I can go 5 foot up the ladder before I get to an owl person. Okay. I will set up base camp here and continue on in the morning. A starts to unpack a tent and hang it from the ladder. This is not true. That's not canon. That was not in character.
Oh my.
That's
There's
also a thing on the bingo card.
yep.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I got 3 of them now.
I will likely never get a bingo on this. I get more than enough X's to get a bingo, but they're never arranged in the right way.
Well,
I see.
That's how bingo works.
Yeah.
You get lots of them, but they're not in the right order.
Yep.
And then you scream, "On!"
Then you say, I was so close when somebody else gets it or when the game is ended.
Mhm.
All right. So we are back up to Cavill.
Up is the correct term.
Well, right now you're actually going down.
Oh,
On the map, you're going up, but you've gone past the knee joint and the leg was bent. So now you're
Oh.
going towards the waist, which is lower down. Yeah. However, you're flying, so this is just fine.
Up based on towards the head.
Yes. All right. And did I put a door here? Nope, no door. All right. So you're stopping right before the hip joint.
Well, if I can make it a little further, I would like to take a look into the hip joint.
Okay, you take a look into the hip joint.
Which is another sentence I've definitely said.
You see a hatch. It is of similar design to the one you went through to get into the foot. Oddly enough, a similar design because this one's internal. It's possible that they just had one manufacturer for all the hatches and they said, well, it works. But the hatch is closed.
I will wait for more of my party to arrive.
Ellie has found a picture of a hip joint.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's cool because they used words like hip and joint to describe this really cool place. All right. Mech.
Okay, I'm gonna climb up to the door ahead of me, I guess, and open it and go
Okay.
in.
You squeeze past
what I'm
Quill.
doing.
I'm going to ask both
Oh.
of you to make a dexterity check. No, dexterity
my.
save.
Dexterity save. Okay.
Yes.
I figure out how to do that. Where's my character sheet? There it is.
Click on.
That's
an unarmed
right? I didn't roll that.
Okay.
That was me opening up the
Yeah.
character sheet to take a look.
Okay.
I'm going to delete
Oops.
the unarmed strike.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to roll damage. No. There we go.
Eh?
So, you were in your inventory before, but the tab above that with the little gear icon that says details, you click on that, and then
Okay.
there's a bunch of gray boxes. The horizontal one says saving throws. It's right below your stat.
Right below the stat. Okay.
Yeah. Click on dexterity and click normal.
Dexterity. Okay. Is this on the character sheet or is this on
Yes.
something else?
It's on the character sheet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let me try again. Nope. Okay, I see it now. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hit normal.
Power of screenshots. Yes.
What did I
Okay.
get? I got a
A
5.
5. So,
Mhm.
Quill.
Yeah, 17.
Quill manages to hold on for dear life as a 7-foot-tall murder bot attempts to squeeze past.
Mm-hmm.
The murder
Yes.
bot tries to grab on to a ladder rung,
Mhm.
but it's already been claimed by an invisible
Ouch.
Okay.
elf.
Ouch.
I am going to ask, dang it, come on, Flinry and A to make dexterity saves.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Oh. Natural 20. Yay.
None
A.
of you sees how cool A is. Okay. Just need a dexterity save from Flinry now. As a 7-foot-tall murder bot somersaults down the ladder.
Oh,
no.
Flinry and Mech arrive at the bottom of the ladder.
Oh no. Okay.
I am going to say that both of you take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh
Can do
no.
I can do that. Where do I put that?
And Flinry has to make a concentration check because invisibility.
Oh no.
With a 23, you're fine.
May I call down the ladder? Perhaps we should switch our initiative order?
Are you okay?
I hear thumping.
Something.
I get
Calling down the
inspiration.
ladder.
I heard
Yeah.
laughing.
Yes,
Oh, I
but
already
I
have
wasn't
it.
the one
Never
laughing.
mind.
I was the one who said something. Someone, something's thumping. Say that 10 times fast.
No,
Mm.
I refuse.
Anyway, an invisible kobold attempts to help the two of you up.
Oh my.
All right, Flinry. So you're at the bottom of the ladder. You didn't go very far. What would you like to do?
Well, that depends. Am I pinned by mech, or can I get up?
I'm going to say you're not pinned. An invisible kobold has been helping you.
Okay.
There may have been some detangling going on.
Perhaps I ought to go first so that I can fly around in a less enclosed space.
All right. Mac will scoot out of the way a little bit.
All right.
No squish a symbol. No squish a symbol.
I didn't have roll versus ladder on my bingo card.
I think anyone did.
No, I don't think so.
But this has been interesting.
Mhm.
Flinry, when you get up to where you are now, you see the Mechanon that was at the charging station, as previously mentioned. You do see the 10 rectangles above it in the charging station. You do see that 9 of them are glowing, and the 10th one is flashing.
Okay. Is this something I know anything about?
You are an Owlin of culture and learning.
Yes.
Give me a history check at disadvantage. With a 13, you've spent enough time around gnomes to know that a flashing light is usually not a good portent.
Okay.
All right.
Then I will encourage us to not remain in its vicinity.
All right. Also, from this point, you're in the knee, so don't worry, it's all downhill from here until it's uphill again. Quill, it's your turn.
Will is going to climb up a little bit. There's an owl in the way. Quill does not want to have any repeats of the owl issue or
I will.
the murder bot issues.
I'll repeat that if you can see where you're going, you can get around anyone else who's on the ladder.
Quill will say, "Excuse me," and go into this little ledge here. There's a nook here. Can I get into that?
You can definitely hang out in the breakfast nook.
Okay. I'm going to stare at the blinking lights. How many did I see those blinking lights before when I was peering in at it, or no?
It was Cabell that was seeing that earlier.
Right, okay.
So you may have seen that there were lights, but you weren't at an angle where you could see how many and what they were doing.
So there's 9 of them that are lit and 1 is flashing. I'm going to use the
Yes.
flagstone to ask Cavil, how many lights were lit when you came through?
8?
There's 9 now, and the 10th is flashing. Is that good or bad?
Well, I suppose it's almost charged.
No one's been charging at it.
No, charged like a wand.
Oh, bad. Is there an artificer in the house?
You know, like how wands have so many
Yes.
charges, and yeah.
What do we do? Is there an artificer in the house? I'm not an artificer. Do I shoot an arrow at it? There's an owl in the way. This is on a public lake, probably all of you.
They don't
Party
seem
check.
very dangerous. We could just go past.
It's going to wake up and start being a problem.
Only if we're there when it wakes up.
Then everyone else had better hurry because I think it's going to wake up soon. I am going to just get ready to send an arrow through that thing.
Okay.
I've been on party chat, so hopefully everyone else
Mm-hmm.
here heard
everyone
that.
heard this conversation.
Yes, the joys of party chat.
All right. Next is A. You don't see what A is doing. Next is Cavil.
Well, if I had haste and I was down there, I could help people get up faster, but I don't have haste and I'm not down there, so I'm just going to keep waiting until my party gets up here or something else happens and I have to come up there. Yes, I know I used up in both directions, but
All right. So here's the question. If people are going up towards the hip joint, is there anyone who stays behind after everyone who wants to go up has gone up?
I'm probably taller than most of the group, so I'll be the backup at the door ahead, I guess. If something comes in we don't like. Yes?
So you're going to hang out at the bottom of the foot?
I was thinking to go up a bit higher.
Okay. Because there's a lot more of the robot. So to speed things up,
Yeah.
I'm saying if anyone is staying behind, or should I move you to another part of the map because we say, and you all get there, you have solved my gravity puzzle.
I see. Okay.
Will do a lot of whispering with A to make sure that they are both getting past the robot that's charging if everyone else goes past.
A misunderstands the assignment and starts telling you what rung they're on, but they lose count, so they have to go back down and count going back up
No,
again.
no. That's
Oh,
fine. That's
no.
fine. When you get to the door, tell me if you're getting to the door.
There's a knocking at the door.
Open the door. The door is open.
There's no one there.
Okay, good. Do you want to go up past this, or are we hanging out to try to sneak attack it?
I kind of want to go home,
Member services could teleport you back, probably.
but unless we complete the quest, we just got to come back again.
Yes.
Also, it's kind of important to Cavil.
You go up first to where Cavil is, and I'll stay here and guard the rear until...
You hear a voice from further down. Okay.
Or do you want to stay down at the base?
No. As soon as you said you go ahead, they went ahead.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
The appropriate head. Oh, this is the knee joint that we're at. thing is charging. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am going to move people, because no one has said I am going to stay behind and be a rear guard that I'm aware of.
Yep.
So I'm going to move everyone unilaterally.
And literally
there's
laterally.
lots of laterals because you're all at different spots, moving to different spots.
Right.
So it's actually a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's quintilaterally. Anyway, the hip joints, there was nothing going on there. There were a bunch of hatches and doors. You could spend a lot of time there. Each door did have a green circle on it. Somehow still not getting a bingo.
I'm marking that one as well.
Yes. So now you are up to the gut level. And there is one hatch above you. There is one hatch below you. They are right on top of each other. But this was a spot where you can all be on the same floor. There is also a door to the left, right, and directly in front of you.
Let's check the side doors.
Okay.
I will tell you that the tracking device you have to tell if you're getting closer to the black box is saying that through all of this, you have gotten closer.
Well, that's something.
Yes. So which door do you open first?
I think we should continue towards the head.
Just climb up further, you think?
That seems wise.
The hatch opens on its
All
own.
right.
And by that, I mean AOG opens the hatch. Okay.
Keep going.
Oh.
Okay, you are now in the chest. You appear to be in what looks like a military-style barracks. The beds do not have any linens on them. If they had, they would have decayed away a long time ago. Looking at the age of the rest of the robot, there are 2 more mechanons here. They do not appear to be moving. One of them is missing the back half of what passes for its head, and there is another hatch above you.
Oh.
Going up.
Yep.
Okay.
Going
First
up.
floor, perfumeries, stationery, and leather goods, wigs and haberdasheries, kitchenware, and foods. Going up. Kudos if you got the reference.
Maybe a little.
Are you being served?
Concerning.
Okay. So you have gotten to the shoulders. Now, you knew from the outside that there's really only one shoulder technically at this point. The other arm is missing. So if you go through the door to the left here, that you're in the center of the chest cavity. So there might be another room there, but there wouldn't be much beyond it. You're not going to be able to walk down a ladder for its arm. To the right, that's another story. There is also a hatch above you.
Will would like to open the door to the outside. Well, it's only to the missing arm, because is that the one to the missing arm over there? Well,
I just opened the door.
Yep. Quill is blinking because there's actually a room beyond that. Okay. Room.
Yes. There is a room, there is a table, there's 6 chairs that are bolted to the floor along with the table. There is another mechanon that appears to be in front of some type of device, and it is facing a hole in the chest cavity.
Does it look like it is a mobile mechanon or...
Investigation check.
Investigation. Dirty 20?
With a dirty 20, it does in fact appear to be active, but it also appears to have not noticed that an invisible person has opened a door.
Close the door quietly.
Okay.
There's a live one back there. Going up.
Okay. Now, I took a break from going through the initiative order because speed.
Yeah.
However, we have reached a point where I can't just toss you all into a room anymore because there won't be space for you.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to get back into initiative order, but I am going to ask who's going first, and I'll go to that person in the order, and then we'll work our way through.
Will thinks one of the invisible people would probably nominate Cavil, because Cavil appears to be like maybe took a level of artifice, something, thing. Charges like a wand. Obviously, Cavil took a level in artifice.
Actually, every now and then, Cavil has to plug in their Book of Shadows.
All right, I'm investigating.
Well, I nominated you, so now it's whether anyone else objects to this or thinks that's a good idea.
The investigation direction was going to be up again. But you can go through that door if you want.
I can't tell which way is up right now.
Yeah, well, it's to another part of the map. Okay. So I will drag you to here. You have a hatch above you. You have a door. You open the door. You see what appears to be a mechanon that is in front of a very large laser.
That seems like a problem that we should be dealing with.
It does not appear to have recognized that you're there yet.
Then I'm going to pop back down and get other people, and apparently Flinry and Mac aren't here yet. I can't keep track of who's where right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. We're in like a small room.
Flimry and Mech are directly below you.
Okay, heading back down.
I'm the only one who can see everyone because Quill and A and Cavil are invisible. But Quill, A, Mech, and Flimry are all on the shoulders level. Cavil had just gone up through the neck to the mouth level. There is not enough room on the mouth level for the area that has the hashes for more than 2 people to comfortably be there. If you wanted the entire party to be there, you would have to spill out into the room that is technically the giant robot's mouth, with the mechanon and the giant laser.
Cavil attempts to quietly convey that there's a giant laser up there.
What's a laser?
It's like if your eyes aren't good and they fix them.
It's like you cast Scorching Ray, but with technology and really large.
Artificer, giant wand, Scorching Ray. Got it. So where's the thing that we need to get? Is it up there?
You are a lot closer.
Okay. Probably.
Because, of course.
Do we want to take the giant laser away from these guys?
Do you think it works anymore? They didn't use it on us when we were coming around.
The giant laser.
It's not scorched parts.
The giant laser looked like it was part of the giant robot. Like it shot beams of laser light out of its mouth when it was functional.
Yeah. If I take it away, I more mean remove the mechanon. We could do that. We could not do that. Does anyone have opinions on whether we want to try to sneak the less sneaky members of our group past it?
Make a try.
I don't think they're going to make this giant thing functional to actually leave the area. So I'm neutral on that part. Therefore, shrug. Can't see the shrug. They're invisible.
It's worth pointing out, you know the mechanon and the laser are there because you opened a door to see them. You could keep that door closed.
Okay. I'm confused about where the ups are.
Yeah. It's at any time at this point that you're going up or down, you are going to another level of the map. Where it got confusing was because of the leg. But then that mindset just stuck.
Wasn't sure if for some reason I thought the hatch further up in the head was in the roof of the mouth, which is not accurate.
No. I can see why that might be thought of for where it is, but because I can see where the next level is, I can see where the hatch is. That makes it more obvious for me, but you can't see that yet.
All right. So do we want to just go up?
Sure.
Okay. Cavil, are you taking the lead again? Beth makes a good point. Is there anyone else who's interjecting?
Is there anyone else who's not interjecting?
Yeah. I mean, if there's a way up, Mech's going to go up.
Okay. Flinry is biding their time. Soon we will all get a I told you so. No. Hopefully not. Right. So who was it who was going first this time? I got distracted by chat.
Of course. Mech's gonna go into whatever the next adjacent room is and see what's there.
Okay.
The next up room?
The next, yeah. Something
Okay.
like that.
There is space on the mouth level for Cavil to be on the mouth level and stand aside for Mech to crawl past or climb past.
Okay, so would I be going down this way with this door?
I have to move you to another level.
No.
So
okay.
What happens is you go up the ladder, you go to this room,
okay,
and then you go up from that room as I drag you all around the map.
Yes.
To this room.
Okay.
Please keep your arms and legs inside the compartment at all times.
Yes.
Wait until the dragging has come to a stop. DM's tray table.
Now, this level is tilted somewhat. You're at the high end. The floor is not level.
Okay.
It's tilting towards the eyes. There is a mechanon standing in front of each eye socket. If this was a living being, you're where the back of the brain would be.
Okay.
There is what appears to be a command chair directly in front of you. There is also a control panel set between the eyes with another chair. These all appear scaled for a medium-sized humanoid. It's worth pointing out that mechanons are not medium-sized humanoids.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go stand in front of the console and just kind of stare at it and see if I can figure anything out from it.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, because you are a robot inside a giant robot, this is going to be at advantage.
Right. Okay. Investigation, advantage. What did I get? 12.
You got 12. Okay.
Yes.
So there's a lot of panels here. Some of them are like they're just issuing codes and you don't know what the codes are. But some of these appear to be designed to be readable by non-machines, which is convenient because you don't know this version of binary. What you're seeing is repairs ongoing, percentage complete, and it is a long number. It takes you a while to find the decimal point. There was some grime on the monitor covering the decimal point. 13.99999 repeating, of course, percent complete.
Okay.
It appears to have updated this several times. If you scroll up, there is a button you can press to scroll up. It's gone up and down, but it's never gotten above 20%.
And there's two little, what are they, mechanoids? Is that the right name?
Mechanons, yes. There's a mechanon to either side of you. They are facing the eye sockets. They have not acknowledged your presence.
Okay, they don't care I'm in here. So far. All right. Not really sure what to do with this, so I think I'm gonna back up to here and just kind of think about it.
Okay. When you turn around to walk back the other way, because I'm assuming you don't just like back up.
Right.
You see that on that dais in the middle where there's a command chair, there have been placed various parts, including a black and yellow box.
There it is. I pick it up. And then I signal to everyone, okay, I have unintentionally found the black and yellow box.
That all of them?
It's the only one I see.
Third one.
Call for member services pickup?
Didn't I have a secondary mission?
You did have a secondary mission, yeah. Mo wanted more information
I can wait.
about the giant robot.
So, time to start tossing the place to see if I can find any files.
Okay. I assume you don't do that on the giant laser mouth level.
No, don't think there's going to be files here.
Okay. For everyone's convenience, I'm going to move you all to the level where... Come on, let me select everyone. There we go. To the eyes level. Even if your character canonically isn't going up there, I just want you to be able to see what's going on.
Useful.
Yes. Okay. Ellie, FYI, we are wrapping up. We are getting close to the 2-hour mark. But based on what you're saying...
I'm also having trouble...
Okay. So how about this? Give me an investigation.
Wow.
With a dirty 20 after rolling a 9. This amuses me greatly. And this is not the first investigation roll that revealed what your bonus to investigation is. So, the giant robot was never sentient or sapient. It was 100% controlled by others, most likely biologic. The mechanons are an automated repair feature that was just never turned off, and they've been attempting to repair this thing for who knows how many millennia. There used to be a lot more of them. You're able to find that the number of active units has gone down and down and down over time. They were able to do some repairs for themselves, but they're in the orc land. Processed metals are not in abundance. There's likely no way they would have ever been able to repair the giant robot, let alone keep themselves running for as long as they have. There's a lot more information that you can certainly scroll through, but as luck would have it, because this is not a sentient or sapient being, It's just a computer-controlled giant robot. You can press a button and eject the memory module and take it with you.
Convenient, that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was made to be convenient by the people who made it. And with that, you are one short call to member services away from going home and taking a shower because you've been in the jungle for who knows how long. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, everyone, for playing. Tonight I was joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Ellie, Io, and Jen. We are wrapping up just as we reach the end of our endurance. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie is typing. Ah, yes. Ellie has shared. Flinry still needs to check in our students who went incommunicado in the Orklands, so we'll stay behind while the rest of the group teleports home.
Will ask if Flinry wants them to stick around or if Flinry only wants flying people.
It sounds like what we're having is a convenient end to the mitosising of the party.
Well, yes.
How about we discuss party logistics later?
True.
That is fair and valid,
Mm-hmm.
especially since I already started the outro. So,
okay.
yes. So, with that, I have it on good authority that Io's mom writes books.
Indeed.
And that's also on my bingo card. There we go.
Uh-huh. At ElizabethMcCoy.com, which is not precisely on the bingo card, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they're ebooks, and they are sold wherever legitimate ebooks are sold, and a few of them are free. You kind of need to go to the Smashwords site to get those. They're linked on the webpage, ElizabethMcCoy.com. You can ask your library to get them, and then you can, the library pays and you for free, and I get paid, and I can help my friends out, and it's wonderful.
I like how you only cut out like crazy when you are doing self-promotion.
ElizabethMcCoy.com. Their ebooks.
Yeah, well, that part.
Ask your library.
But
Okay.
as you pontificate, that's what. Anyway,
I
speaking of
pontificate. Yes.
Speaking of books, my website is bookofjen.net. It's got a bunch of different stuff on it, whatever I happen to be interested in at the moment. Again, you can find that at bookofjen.net. I'm also the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast, which I keep hoping to do. I might start it up again a little bit later today. And that's all about the games regarding the Diablo series from Blizzard Entertainment.
Right.
And you can find that at shatteredsoulstone.com.
And we have a podcast. We have multiple podcasts. You better believe in podcasts. You're listening to one right now. And you can find all of our podcasts at aaronbsmith.com/cogwheel. You can follow us on the Fediverse at is.aaronbsmith.com/@cogwheel. And you can become a patron over at patreon.com/cogwheelgaming, where you join other illustrious patrons, including Ellie, Shen, Walter, Liv Droman, and Patron Emeritus Cindy. And until next time, this is Crash saying, all right, at the end of the session, everyone gets 2 Cypher System XP.
Okay.
But they're cipher ones.
That's totally useless in this campaign. However,
Yep.
you still have them.
Okay.
Cipher
And
XP
Chadwick's-
can be used to reroll.
In Cypher System, yes. Not in Dungeons and Dragons. Hey,
Not in this,
Chadwick
that's
still
right.
has Fantasy Hilton points.
Right.
Good night,
Oh
everybody.
my gosh.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.